when it comes to our people and white supremacy, our people, hold on, they had some music back there, people, and I had to like mute the mic to keep uh, them because I don't know. I think YouTube still give you copyright for certain type of music, but y'all already see the title. East, look, when it comes to white supremacy and Esau, I mean our people is totally destroyed when it comes to Esau. Yet again, I was still talking to an elderly woman this morning. I don't get a chance to record it, but sometime I'm gonna try to take time someday, and I'm gonna record it if it, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna let y'all hear how destroyed this this person is. I mean, they 70 years old. It's just a shame how destroyed our people allow themselves is to be when it comes to this Esau, this white man. When it comes to this white man, our people, they all right, they have a spirit. They don't even care. They don't care when it comes to the end. I sometimes when I be walking, I still feel like I'm in slavery. You still, it's like you're still in slavery. Anytime you got to have a passport when you leave here, or if you before you try to leave the country. What is that? What that equals to? They had slavery. Anything restricted to, and you can't make a decision to do something or choose not. It ain't like they putting it out there. You choose. You do what you want. You don't need a. It's up to you. If you want a passport, you can. But if you don't, no, no, um, no. That if anytime, all right, you gotta have. You ain't got no other choice but to do it the way they want it. That means you. What that means? There you have it, slavery. Matter of fact, getting a passport, the word speaks for itself. You still you still slaves here. It ain't no different from the way it was 1748. You know, it was a different time period. In 1748, years later, but it's still the same. What changed is that it ain't nothing changed. Even our people is racist against their own people. They hate you just as much as they hate you themselves. We're just as bad or worse than the enemy. Because you realizing that the enemy they don't need they like hell. They people own people help destroy them. So that's a plus for us. So we ain't got to worry about doing too much work. They doing the damage, more of the work to each other than we are doing. We just sitting back and we set it up that way and we just letting them do it. We set it up for them to destroy each other. Y'all seriously think that the enemy love y'all? Y'all actually believe in y'all's mind in return what Esau does? Y'all think that this man, these people, still love y'all? They actually believe because he give them something, give them a little notch of something, set them up and give them a few nickels in their pocket. They blow up and let it go to their head, and they actually believe in their spirit and heart and mind that they'll say not all so-called white people are like that. That's what they'll say. Not all of them are like that. And a lot of our people believe that. They actually eat that up. They eat it up. A lot of our people hate their people so much. They can be, I don't even seen so-called black women be with the sisters being with a so-called white man versus men being with a so-called, because um slavery made our the black woman jealous and envious. She'll be with a so-called white man because so many like black people, black men done done ditched out on them, of course they've been conditioned by slavery too, and so it's to walk out on them and stuff. So they get with a so-called white man, thinking that the grass gonna be green over on the other side. And when they here's the trick that they play. They say like, well, this is my way to get back at them niggas. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna date me a white man a so-called white man who I feel gonna treat me better. You see what I'm saying? Who I feel like gonna treat me better. And as soon as they look and take a glance and look at me while they walking up in town, I'm gonna look at them with an evil look. I'm gonna look at them with an evil fucking look to let them know I got me a so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? What the hell you looking over here for? You know? And they get the spirit. They get with the other race of people, and somehow or another it puts a more proudful and a boastful spirit on them. It makes them feel like that they are way better. It's like it goes to their head basically. You know what I'm saying? They feel more some kind of way that they, in order to feel to get their ego pushed up and feel like that they are somebody and they don't want to be made look low and shame because they are black or whatever. They tend to go out and get a so-called white man, the one that they feel that's more superior to them, just to feel equal to society. They say, well, if I get with this so-called white man, I'm going to feel much better about myself, and I'm going to feel more equal. And especially if I have a child by this man, I'm going to, it's going to make me feel good in some type of way. Like, I can't even explain. It's kind of hard to explain, but they have that, they have that chip on their shoulders or whatever. Same thing with some of the fellas. You know what I'm saying? They'll do that too. Oh yeah, yeah, I've been okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what they gonna do. And like, you could be like walking. Let's say like you in town, you see them. You see the interracial couples and stuff like that. They'll turn around and like look at that. The black woman, the so-called black woman, will have a look on her face when another black man look at her. I hate the so-called black man anyway, and not knowing that's one of the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 55, where it says, "Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom." That's going into the black woman, the so-called black woman, Hispanic and Native American man and woman is gonna hate their own man, and that's why when you look at have you ever heard people say the so-called black woman have her attitude is fucked up. Her attitude is this and that and the third. Well, Deuteronomy 28 and 55 go. That's what it's going into when it say her eye shall be evil toward her husband. That means that's going into hating the so-called black man, putting them on child support, blah blah, blah this and that and the third. When she look at him, she gonna look at him with an evil look. Show they day. They're gonna really realize that the grass is burnt just as they try to jump over the fence. But not realizing that God is against interracial with dating. God is against interracial with dating, whether you know it or not. God is against that. That's not even biblical. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, he said, don't make marriages with them. He said, don't make marriages with the other nations of people, but stay within your own race. That's the reason why a lot of us, and that's why we look different too. You know what I mean? That's going to be a whole nother topic though. But something just told me to just speak on that. Yeah, they don't want to stay within inside their own race, you know, but they want to date outside the race, and they think it's okay. You know what I mean? They think it's good. They thinking that, like I said earlier, they think that these people actually love them. With these same people, they hate them, not realizing them people hate them more than what they think. They hate their guts. But them are the same people that they look up to, you know? I feel like it's something I'm leaving out, man. But our people, it's backwards, man. They thinking that the way that they going, they actually believe they'll tell, oh well, you know, I don't see color, I don't see this, and all of those words are white supremacist words, you know. Those are words that they use. Oh, I don't see color, I don't see this, and I don't see that, and not knowing and realizing, drive their car speeding down the road and see how they get treated. You'll find out real quick. You'll see when it comes to them people, Esau, how fast you'll be in their captivity, in their jails and stuff. You'll find out real quick about not seeing color. You'll find out real quick whether that they mean that word, whether that word means something to them. And you're gonna see they don't give a shit about what they say or what come out their mouth of saying, oh, I don't see color. And they know it's bullshit. In reality, they do. I be out, man. I see y'all later.